So we watched the first episode of a show called Invincible, based on a comic. Invincible is an American adult animated superhero streaming television series, based on the comic book character of the same name by Robert Kirkman, which premiered on Amazon Video on March 26, 2021. The superhero story centers around a kid named Mark Grayson, who is a normal teenager, whose father, who I thought looked like J.K. Simmons but wasn't really sure until I looked it up and my partner pointed out his voice sounded just like him, is actually the most powerful superhero on the planet. He's essentially the Superman of Earth, and it fits because he's also an alien entity from another planet himself, from the planet Viltrum. So yes, the character is loosely based on Superman. As a matter of fact, all the superheroes are loosely based on already established superheroes. For example, War Woman is based on Wonder Woman. Green Ghost has some features from the Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern. Red Rush is based on The Flash. His personality, as a matter of fact, mirrors Ezra Miller's personality in DCU's The Flash.
Sorry, I wouldn't normally move so fast, but there were so many of you that... Oh no, it starts with one of you, then that... Oh, sorry, I can't...
And of course, the Caped Crusader is loosely based on none other than Batman. Oh, well, look at that. Speaking of Ezra Miller, apparently he's playing as D.A. Sinclair. Yeah, there are a lot of actors who also were in some superhero movies that are playing in this as voice actors as well. Invincible does a great job of setting up the characters, the world, and the plot. One thing I can admire about this TV show is how well they seem to handle the dialogue between the characters. With so many cartoons or TV shows, it obviously feels like the dialogue is forced, but with this, whenever I'm looking at the characters on the screen and hearing them talk, it is believable that they're real people who are living real lives. The animation and color palette of the show makes me feel like I'm actually looking at a comic book come to life. And the relationship between the father and his son is something I really appreciated seeing. The pace was perfect. It wasn't too slow, it wasn't too fast, it was perfect, like a flower blooming before you. It felt like I was in the kid's shoes, as well as the father's, and you can tell that the relationship was something special. The kid aspired to be like his dad, and seeing how present Omni-Man or Mark's father was in his life, seeing them deal with real feelings and problems, was enough to immediately cause me to get lost in the story of these characters. Everything that you're watching on screen looks and feels real. The sound effects really make you feel every hit, punch, and whoosh. And whoever did the sound design in this show did an amazing job.
Leave him alone!
I am just overjoyed that my partner put me onto the show, and after having watched the pilot, I can say that this is something I'm definitely going to be addicted to for a while. I didn't know about this prior to actually watching it, so everything I'm seeing, I'm experiencing for the first time. I didn't read the comics. I didn't even know that this character existed, just like so many Marvel and DC characters. And from what I know, he doesn't belong to the mainstream superhero platforms like Marvel and DC. Invincible is actually an Image Comics universe superhero, and I find this quite refreshing because we could use some competition for Marvel and DC. I wouldn't mind that in the least bit. So if you guys haven't watched it, it's an Amazon production. I guarantee you can use something fresh, and this definitely delivers. It has blood, very adult themes, fun, laughter, and realism. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Ultiori. You ask, we answer.